Started, and you're good to go.
Thank you. Carrie, you're on mute. Nope. Still, we just can't hear you. Sorry.
What about now?
Yes.
All
Now.
right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Go on.
PowerPoint. Here we go. Back to PowerPoint. Yes? Right. Here we
Yeah,
go.
we're good.
Take two. Good morning, State New York, SUNY Nassau Community College. I'm Cara Tesolina. I'll let my colleague introduce herself.
I'm Laura Sullivan. How you doing?
Okay, here we go. So we're here to tell you about digital learning at our community college. Okay, and this is how I go to the next slide.
Just click the bottom part down there, Carol. Just click on
Ah, got it. See, I told you I'm not bad PowerPoint.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is a little bit about Nassau Community College. We have a lot of students, as you can see, and we have a lot of specialty programs that invite learners of all different abilities and all different backgrounds, either back to college through SUNY Reconnect or ASAP, EOP, Achilles, and Aspire. So targeted populations with a lot of support, and we'll talk to you about the OER support that we provide. So this is our first time using Slido. Thanks for being our test participant. If you can hold your phone's camera up to the QR code or go to slido.com and type in that number.
I
And
also
then,
put it in the chat, the link, direct link. So we got all the ways, multiple means of engagement.
right. And then we're going to create a beautiful word cloud that answers this question: what are the benefits of using OER? So I guess if you have any troubles, write to us in the chat or unmute, but hopefully these multiple means of engagement will enable
Yeah,
you
we'll
to.
share the results in a minute. It's just people, going through,
Okay, great.
getting some
And
answers.
also, if you've used Slido, feel free to let us know what you think. I did a presentation yesterday about writing centers, and I tried to use Mentimeter, and it was not my friend. So I was a little bummed. So I'm glad Laura suggested this one.
Okay, so if you want, I'm just gonna stop your share so we can, I don't think okay, I'm just gonna show some of the results. We have a lot of the same answer, so those clouds will get bigger. So like free, access, accessibility. So, and then we see some costs in different manners. Everybody can see this, okay, right? So yeah, that's just kind of where we're at. And I think it, kind of ties into what she was saying in the last presentation that, we have the faculty, we have the knowledge, we have, the ways to create these materials without a high cost involved. Okay, so thank you. We'll continue on. It's just
Great. Thank you very much. I like we have the technology and the power and the resources. It reminds me of that show, the Bionic Man from the 70s. Like,
Ken
we
rebuilt
build
him.
him better, stronger, faster, right? Okay, so this is one of my favorite slides. What's a tab? So we are post-pandemic and post-migration over to Brightspace. But what happened during these years is that we realized there was a big gap in the knowledge that our faculty has about let's just say technology, including the question that we got, and we've had it more than once: what's a tab, right? So you're helping your colleague and you say, okay, go to the tab at the top of your screen, and they're like, what's a tab? So we have increased our training and development for faculty, student access, online pedagogy, OER, and of course, accessibility. We're very, very devoted to accessibility. Okay,
So
Laura.
we also discovered that the students did not have the equity in instruction and in access to our digital information. So we kind of started building out our student support by, having a student resource center in Brightspace. We had one already for faculty, which we'll talk about in a minute. The intro to Brightspace, so we made it asynchronous and synchronous. We have more advanced workshops. We upped our student support services to have one-on-ones and drop-ins. We create organizations for the students and companion courses, so they have access to faculty material, group material, and of course we support OERs and publisher resources. And we also are building up our media space, so any workshops or videos that we do for training, we open them up for the students to have access to. So helps in our busy community college campus.
Busy, busy, busy. So back to the faculty for a minute. You know, we do have some very techie people and we have some technophobic people. We're trying now to make more permanent changes and enhancements versus kind of, you know, putting out the fire, right? The quick fixes. So as Laura mentioned, we have the Faculty Resource Center, which, you know, we direct people to all the time. We have organizations and some of them cover faculty and students. For instance, I work at the Writing Center and we've just given faculty access to that organization. Up until now, it's just been for the students and it has robust materials in there for them. We have the OLR, the publisher resources, templates, Airtable, media space. Like we're trying to, I don't want to say, you know, plug all the holes in, but just provide the multiple means of support and engagement and resources for the faculty as much as possible. So for example, here is just a screenshot of our faculty resources. You can see that we have the quick videos, we have the workshops that Distance Ed offers, and then I think the resources in the Resource Center, if I can say that, are so helpful. Laura and I co-host the drop-ins for the faculty, usually in the afternoon or in the evenings. We get some night owls, it's always great to me to be able to go through this and say, well, look, here's a module about the tools, here's a module about the learning technologies. And I think that underscores a philosophy that many of us have in our classrooms, which is, you know, give people the tools to fish, you know, like just help them out as much as possible so that they can access the materials and the modality they like at the speed that they like, the rate and the frequency.
Oh, you go back. You
Oh.
skipped to student one? Yeah. Can you go?
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry.
Okay, so this is just the same. It's a screenshot of the student. So we try to kind of copy and mirror what we do for faculty, we want to do for the students. And so we have the resource center, we have the videos, we also have, you know, other videos, and then we have the intro to Brightspace for students that all students who are attending in that semester are enrolled in this asynchronous course that they can take self-paced and guided. And we also have other synchronous workshops.
One of the funny things about the synchronous workshop is that Laura and I created some sample activities, some example, completely optional. And every semester, there are very diligent students who go in and do these optional activities. And we're always like, wow, good for you for trying the, you know, discussion board, or great writing that essay that you didn't have to do. So this is just shows you sort of the breadth and the depth of some of the organizations. So it covers very specific stuff like biology scholarships and library resources. And then of course, my favorite, the Writing Center, but also scholarship information. So I think this helps, you know, lower the number of emails that are going out to students so they can go here and get the information they need instead of scrolling through endless emails.
So just
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, there was a question in the chat about do you have resources for non-faculty employees? So any person who has access to Brightspace on the campus has access to these resources. So if we have our secretary here, she is often fielding phone calls and information about stuff, so they're able to access all the materials as well.
Right, exactly. So faculty and staff are covered. Okay. Students.
So the student companion courses, like I said, they're discoverable. Sometimes they're enrolled via intelligent agents for, if they're enrolled in a class, they'll also get the biology, like companion material. And then there's course specific OER resources that they give, like a lot of times allied health sciences or nursing. It's very specific. And instead of everybody having it embedded into their course, they have a companion course, which they can load up with lots of different specific modules and information for them. So it's really been helpful for the students and the faculty.
Yeah, I mean, you're just reminding me that we see NCC 101, which is our college experience course. that starting this semester, all students have to take. And it's great for us as instructors just to know that the resources are all there instead of like asking somebody or emailing somebody. Everything is right there that we can go to at any time. Okay.
So we have Airtable, which we can house all of our handouts and videos, and we can also customize interfaces for different departments so that that we have, you can see it says NCC Student Brightspace, so that's for our SPS department. So when they're meeting with students, they can get just these few ones that are connected with them instead of like digging through this entire database of materials. And this also houses all our digital badging and our credentialing so that we can share that out with departments so they can make sure that the faculty are up to date on their minimum qualifications and stuff. So I think the next one's media space. Okay, so this is the media space that we've created with Kaltura. So we have all our student tutorials you can see up here, and then we have faculty tutorials. We have things just specific to distance education, and we also have things that are from committees. Like we have an ERC committee, which we do a lot of presentations and workshops and dealing with technology. So we like to have those available for everyone, students, faculty, staff to view and be able to access on demand.
I think it's good to see that the student one, like how to prepare your computer, is a minute, and the introduction to Microsoft Forms is 30 minutes. So it just shows you a little
Well,
bit
that was
about
a
the
whole
audience.
workshop. That one was just a little quick thing.
Yeah, that's the one I need, right? Introduction to Microsoft Forms. I'm getting there.
Yes,
I'm kind of
not
becoming
Google.
Team Microsoft now. Okay, so again, some of the other support we provide through OER is with the publishers, the faculty develop or publisher resources and textbooks. And the library has really great LibGuides and other materials, and faculty can work with a librarian to create a repository in the LibGuide of, say, articles or references or databases or videos. So it's a really fantastic tool, and then that can be linked into the Brightspace course. So this is some of the support that we provide for students and for faculty. As Laura said, we really try to mirror it as much as possible. Sometimes the students are leading the way. They'll come into our drop-in session or ask in our Intro to Brightspace, like, oh, what about videos? Like, how can I upload a video of myself? TikTok generation, right? And so we'll then make sure that the faculty are conversant in VideoNote or some of the other video tools that are available to them, so that they, are in harmony to some extent, right? We have one-on-one support for the faculty, not so much for the students, although Laura is wonderfully accessible to them after some of these workshops or their kind of random questions that come in. I work, as I mentioned, full-time in the Writing Center, and at the end of a session, sometimes students will say, okay, now that my essay is ready, how do I get it into Brightspace? So of course I'll help them, but I always try to show them all the different tools and the different support that we provide so that they can access themselves.
So I just wanted to add something real quick. So I do e-portfolios. We used education for e-portfolios with the students and the faculty, and I do run one-on-one support and group training for those, as well as just the workshops in general. So that is good. The students enjoy coming to those sessions. So, but that's really about it. We wrapped it up pretty quick there. So
Yeah,
you have questions about Nassau and what we do, and we're showing you the beach for those who are upstate and not near the beach.
When we were doing the slides, I was like friendly, insistent, like, we have to have this. People are not near the water. We need to see the sand and like what it looks like. And I realized the water is way far away in this picture, but you can see the beautiful sand and our state park. So there was something in the chat earlier. Let's see, you put the
No, it's
slide.
just about the
Oh, okay.
resources.
Jones
Yeah,
Beach.
what beach? What beach is that one? That's what they want to know, Kara. That's
I
the
think
question.
it's definitely Jones Beach. It's definitely Jones Beach.
Yeah.
So
We have a
we
lot
invite
of
you.
beaches around us. So we have Long Beach, Jones Beach, Sea
Mhm.
Beach, all the beaches.
Robert Moses. So come
Robert
down.
Moses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
So
not now. Although it's nice in the fall too. But come on down to our
I
campus.
put the slide deck in the chat if anyone wanted to have it, but No questions,
Any
comments,
other
concerns?
changes to our Slido? I know you showed it in the beginning of the
Oh,
results.
let me go back.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting to
No, I
see.
think it's just really just talking about I'll share it again. Just community and the free is big, access, accessibility, free and then free. Eliminate cost. A lot of things about money, which is, really something that we are concerned with, especially as a community college.
Yeah, our students are super busy. They often have to take public transportation to school, which I don't know about where you are, but on Long Island, it's like you could drive from point A to point B in 15 minutes, or you could take the bus for 90 minutes. So it's really challenging for them. So something like an OER is really just so advantageous. They are often parents. We have a wonderful childcare facility here. We also have a food pantry because it's hard to learn when you're hungry. And after paying tuition, sometimes the students are really at a loss, financially. So we try to plug in as many holes as possible for them, not just through the OER, although that's really valuable, but in other ways as well. I don't know if that sort of stuff exists at other campuses here, some of those challenges that your students might face. But community
Mm.
college students are working full-time, part-time, both caring for people and going to school.
And just since we have a couple minutes, a question we had, like, what are some of the challenges that you are seeing with OERs on your campus? I mean, I can give you a slide, or we can just put in the chat. Anyone could unmute. Yes, our college students are busy. Yeah. Where you going? You going back on the? Oh, you're on mute again, Kara.
No, I know. It's just because it's so loud here. I don't know how to go back to the beginning without going
Well,
back
that
to the
Slido
beginning.
doesn't have that one. I'd have to put a new
Yeah.
one in.
No, I just thought I would start with I mean, it's nice to look at the beach, right? But I just thought I would put this up here just in case this, you know, uh, shows a point of contact, like in terms of the number of your students or the percentages in terms of their ages.
Right.
The population of students in these other programs can skew a little bit older. For example, SUNY Reconnect starts at 25 and goes to 55.
I think a lot of people have facing SUNY Connect right now, but we also, if you see, we have almost double the amount of adjunct faculty as we do full-time faculty. So that also makes it difficult for, arranging, in-person or synchronous workshops and resources. So having everything digital is super helpful. But so Michelle says her college is very busy. What college are you at, Michelle? I don't know. All right. Anybody have any? Oh, Monroe. Okay. Rochester. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Is it snowing up there yet? Is it cold up there yet?
No, it's
I think
actually been beautiful. We've had a great fall.
Oh,
It's a little
awesome.
cooler
That's
this
so
week,
nice.
but it's been really warm. So, I hope that's a good sign for not getting a lot of snow, but
I hope so too for
you
you.
never know.
yes, exactly. Maybe that could be another SUNY CPD recommendation. Like when you do your slides, make sure you show a little bit of the environment there. So we can like, wow, look at the waterfalls upstate, look at the trees, look at the beach,
Yeah, they probably have some nice trees going on.
the
Well,
snow.
thank you guys for your time, and look forward to hearing about the rest.